Ravens. They've already lost to the Houston Texans. If they were to lose at home to the Kansas City Chiefs, not only would it say a lot about where the Patriots are today, but it would also open the door for a team in the AFC East in Buffalo. That's knocking on the door. And nobody's even talked about the fact that they're one game behind them right now, and they still have to play. And look, New England is New England. Yep. They're the defending champs. They are a stellar dynasty. They are the most impressive organization we've ever seen. I'm just telling you, this is, to me, the most interesting game they've played in a long time.
When was the last time we've talked about anyone outside New England contended in the AFC East?
No, I mean, it goes back a very long time. The only 2 times it's happened basically in that era was Chad Pennington both times, one with the Jets and one with the Dolphins. Okay, so we'll get back to New England because there are a few other questions I want to get to. But now let's get to what has been the story of this NFL season. That is Lamar Jackson. He is currently on pace to break Michael Vick's single-season rushing record for a quarterback. And he can do it this weekend when the Ravens play the Bills. He needs just 63 more yards to break the record. Buffalo's Shaq Lawson sees a lot of similarities.
He's our version of Michael Vick. No, and like I'm just saying, he's our version, our generation of Michael Vick. That kid is a baller. He's a player. He's like playing backyard football and tackling if you can catch me. That's the type of dude he is.
Michael Vick, my favorite player. And for me to do such a thing, it's incredible. And, you know, he had that record for a long time. And it'll be pretty cool. But, you know, folks on the win regardless.
So if you just look at the numbers, this is a comparison that is understandable. But Lamar Jackson has been more productive running and throwing this year. He already has 10 more touchdowns than Vick did in 2006. With 4 games remaining, all of this is likely adding up to what will be Lamar Jackson's MVP season. It would be Baltimore's first ever MVP. And I know, Nick, we were talking about this earlier today, that this is a comparison that does not sit right with you.
I mean, I understand why the comparison is made, but we should stop it. He's not Michael Vick. He's better at being Michael Vick than Michael Vick was, so I understand why we want to go there. But we need to compare him to Marino, to Manning, to Breeze, to Brady. That's the trajectory that his career is on, to Steve Young. I understand that his abilities are slightly different, but let's not pretend like I appreciate Shaq Lawson giving him the credit and respect that he deserves, but Shaq Lawson was off saying he's playing backyard football. Like, he leads the league in touchdown passes from the pocket. Like, this guy, he's not running around making stuff up. He can do it all. He's a special player, and the only concern we have with him is health, because it's not a gimmick. This isn't the Wildcat. This offense is sustainable.
I agree with you. I'm sick and tired of the Michael Vick, comparisons as well. We're so enamored because of the athletic ability. But the difference I see between these two, between Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, is Lamar Jackson, to me, works hard at his craft. We've heard Michael Vick said in interviews, I didn't really work at it.
Yep. And to be fair, I think this team and this league and the coaching staff was more prepared to build around Lamar Jackson.
And I want to speak on
than
that.
They were Michael Vick.
Let's speak on that. You got to peel back the layers, Greeny, because everybody talks about Lamar Jackson, and rightfully so. But how's this whole system working? The fact of the matter is, when everybody in the NFL went left, the Ravens said, no, we're going to go right. The NFL has been built on the spread. Therefore, defenses have been built to stop the spread. I'm going to pay my safeties a lot of money, my cornerbacks a ton of money. The Ravens said, great, we're going to line up with one receiver. And so ultimately what the Ravens do best, you're not anatomically structured defensively to stop. So kudos to Lamar Jackson. And I can't knock Michael Vick just because I played with him and revere him so much. But the Ravens have prepared Lamar to dominate and thrive with his skill set.
Shefty, I mean, the numbers are what the numbers are. Lamar Jackson right now is both the most effective runner in the NFL and the most effective passer in the NFL. Those are the statistics. That's the reality of the situation.
And that's why he, I think, is going to win the MVP. And I think that's why he is forcing teams to take a look at the way they look into their future, do business. Look at the quarterbacks this year who are having success. You've got Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson,
Dak Prescott,
Josh Allen. Let's put him in that category too. Okay, guys that are running around. Let's look at the old guard quarterbacks who are sitting back there. That guy that sits in the pocket, it's not working as much anymore. And so we're seeing the game, which has been shifting anyway, really shift this year with this guy, Lamar Jackson, shining a spotlight.
That would be crazy to think if if it shifts the way the NFL has been looked at for forever, Greeny. It's been the pocket quarterback is really the only way that you can win a Super Bowl. You can win games with the mobile quarterback. If Lamar Jackson allows the NFL to completely and in totality shift, that would be remarkable.
Let me just say, when the 49ers were playing the Packers a couple of weeks ago, they felt relieved at having to take on the great Aaron Rodgers and not having to face Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray where they played the weeks before.
It's remarkable, but that is the reality. Okay, we will talk more about this. We have a ton of football coming your way again. Cowboys and Bears kicks it off tonight. But you have to see what happened in this game with LeBron last night. By the way, LeBron James, last 7 years, his team's 0-9 at Utah. But Jay Williams,
that's a malfunction. It's a malfunction. It happens from time to time.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
LeBron James.
Look at Bogdanovich. He's like, can we call this? Is this allowed?
Wait, I'm going to do my Ryan Clark voice. Oh, they make the call. Don't do it.
The play winds up with Anthony Davis making a bucket. After even LeBron knew, listen.
Yeah, it was the worst thing probably one of the worst things I've ever done in my career. I didn't even realize I did it until halftime, to be honest. One of my coaches showed me. I didn't even realize I did it. I just had a malfunction. I really had a malfunction. So, I feel bad for the refs on that one because, they probably get a write-up on that one. That was pretty bad.
Bogdanovich's face is my favorite. He's like, is anyone seeing this?
It's not his job to call it, Greeny.
All right, shall we stay with the game here? Okay, well done. That's Anthony Davis over Ed Davis. And the Lakers
Rudy Gobert
were way out ahead. That is Davis. He would lead the team with 26 points. Then it's LeBron. How much fun are the Lakers having? Watch the reaction running back down the floor of Dwight Howard.
This whole team, it just seems like they're playing with energy. Dwight Howard's rejuvenated. It's like he got the dunk.
Wait, how about Dwight Howard doing this?
Making it three. Oh, they're going to win it. They're going to win it. They're going to win the whole damn thing. Mark it down.
That is his 7th three-pointer of his career. They're all excited. They're all having fun. They're ahead by 24 points. And as the Lakers are dominating, LeBron James, he's signing shoes. He's giving them to fans. But then watch, that does not keep him from celebrating the game appropriately. He's out on the floor with his socks.
The game's not even over, Greeny, and he's signing shoes for fans.
He has long since signed shoes and is still out there in his socks celebrating away. LeBron played great. AD played great. He finally wins in Utah. They win at 121-96. When it was over,
slide with it.
Well, look, he can slide like that, I guess, in games, and they won't call it. Can we just briefly address, we spoke a lot of time yesterday about a call that wasn't made. LeBron, what?
What do you want me to say? I don't know. You got to make the call. But if you're LeBron James, he owns it. That's all you can ask for.
Okay, this was the 8th time this year that the Lakers allowed fewer than 100 points, and I know you've got some tape.
I do. They're the 5th best defensive rated team in the league, and it all starts with Anthony Davis. He's the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. And you're going to watch this play develop. Here's the beautiful thing. AD is going to take Rudy Gobert. He sees Rudy Gobert. Now, JaVale McGee has no idea what's going on. He's focused on Rudy Gobert, too. All right? You have 2 guys on Rudy Gobert. You have one shooter, Joe Ingles, another one, Bogdanovich, running to their wings. As the ball's about to be passed, LeBron sees this, Greeny. He sees it. He's going to try to get this steal, and he's going to try to shoot this gap. That's going to be a big-time dunk for him. He doesn't get the steal. But as the ball's being rotated over, look at Joe Ingles right here. Look at Bogdanovich, 46% from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And look where AD is. AD's right here. Look where JaVale McGee is. JaVale McGee does not even see what the hell is happening here in the play. But watch how AD recovers, Greeny. He gets all the way over. Look at the distance he needs to cover. Look at that distance he needs to cover. Gets all the way over to the shooter. He bites on a head fake. He takes one dribble, but look at that. Gets right back into the play with a 7'6" wingspan, Greeny, and blocks a shot. Blocks a shot. That's effort, though. That's effort, and that's what you see from Anthony Davis. Once again, a ball screen. Caruso gets over the top of the ball screen. The play develops. Caruso stays under. Now, this is what they teach smaller guards to do. I'm going to get up underneath you. If I get up underneath you, you're forced to look down at me to a certain degree. That allows the big to come over the top and to block the shot. Look how AD blocks his shot, Greeny. I'm going to show you a different angle on this. When we get to the other angle, he blocks the ball with his wrist. With his wrist. I said risk with a K. Whatever, it's a wrist.
I understand.
This is how talented he is, and having that kind of protection at the rim is what makes this team one of the best teams in the league.
And so Anthony Davis a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year this early?
Yes, he is. He is the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year.
The Lakers are, and you can see the fun they're having. Look how little fun they had last year.
Risk.
Yeah.
It's risk.
Jalen will come in. We'll talk more about some other stuff. That was a great moment last night, but he was the best moment of the night, at least my favorite. How about this? In Chapel Hill last night, Stuart Scott's alma mater, that's Roy Williams coming out onto the floor, and all of the students and all of the fans and everybody wearing T-shirts to support our beloved friend Stuart Scott last night.
Stuart Scott showed up at my draft party when I got drafted, bought me a bottle of Moet. We kicked it the whole night. I said bottle of Moet, 2003. I didn't outdate myself. It was one of the best memories of my life.
Yeah.
Love Stuart Scott.
Great day yesterday. Great job by everybody in Chapel Hill and everywhere else. On the way, there are two legends who have their teams in the playoff picture. Which one is likelier to make the Super Bowl, Brady or Breeze? We will discuss. And then Aaron Rodgers spoke yesterday and said words no Packer fan wants to hear. We'll explain that and more as we continue.